Today is going to be another announcement. Actually, I've already achieved one of my goals for 2022. Hi, this is Dena with Left Lane Finds, and welcome back to my channel. I am a part-time reseller. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy. Today is going to be another announcement. Actually, I've already achieved one of my goals for 2022, and I want to tell you all about it. If you haven't seen that video, the link for that will be down in the description. So I had a bunch of goals for 2022, and one of those goals was for me to open up my own eBay store. I've actually been selling on eBay for years, but I never had the volume, or, I guess I wasn't selling consistently. I was constantly sometimes listing, sometimes not. I didn't pay that much attention to it. But then when I started to get really serious as a reseller, or at least a part-time reseller, I was like, okay, I'm going to build this up a little bit more. And I added a few more things. I started listing more, and I started selling a little bit more, which then motivates you to list a little bit more. But then during the shutdown, because of the pandemic, I started this YouTube channel. And I also had been following other resellers who are on eBay, and they have YouTube channels, and they're on Instagram and all that, and they have Facebook pages. And I was like following a lot of them, and I'm like, wow, they do a lot of business on, eBay. They all have stores, and I kept looking into it. I kept checking it. I'm like, wow, I don't even list that many items. When you're only listing like 100 items, and then you sell some, and then you list some more, you don't really need a store. And initially eBay had it that you got 50 free listings. So I kind of kept it that. I was like, oh, they're gonna give me 50 free listings. That's exactly where I stayed, because I did not want to pay individual listing fees for listing individual items. Because I think it was like 20, no, it was like 30 or 35 cents a listing or something like that. And I'm like, I am just not paying that. I'm just too, small potatoes. I'm doing this really part-time, and my margins weren't great on some of the items that I was selling. So I didn't want any additional fees at all. So when they said, oh, we're going to up you to 100 listings, 100 free listings, I was like, great. I used up all those listings, and they kept upping it and upping it. And then I think during the pandemic, I think they realized, or they just changed their whole idea around how many free listings, and they put it at like 200 listings. So I kept adding more and more items. And of course, every time you sell items, then you have to add even more items. You have to make up for those, plus add some more. And so then I started getting up into the 250 range in terms of number of items listed on eBay. And then I was like, okay, it was up there, but it kept dropping below that. And I'm like, well, if you get a store, like the basic store is, the 250 listings, and then you get a bunch of other little benefits. And I'm like, well, if I can't consistently, month after month, keep this above 250 listings, it's really not worth it to me to get the store. And although the store can also be your motivator. So my best friend Sherry, who you guys have seen on the channel, her and I did some thrifting together. We went to an estate sale together, and then we did, 2 big long haul videos together. And that was a lot of fun. Well, she's had a store for a long time. She just lists so much more than me. And so she also is another person that I look to. Like she sells more than I do. She sources more than I do. And I'm like, I really need to up my game a little bit. But at the same time, I don't want to say I'm a lazy reseller, but it's not my number one passion. It's like, well, I could say I have 2 number one passions. One, trading stocks, but that doesn't take a lot of time, and that's why I picked this one, like to fill in more and do a little bit more. So my two number one passions are reselling and trading stocks, and it's all in the same premise: buy low, sell high. So I opened up my eBay store, which I'm so excited about, and there's all kinds of benefits with that. Some of them I won't know, or they won't come to fruition until I've had it long enough. It's only been a few days that it's been open. So I know one of the things is that quarterly, I believe, even with a basic store, that I can get supplies like packing tape and things like that that says eBay on it. So I definitely want to order my supplies. I'm not sure if they're free or you have to pay for them. So with this is going to be part of my journey. I'm going to take you guys along for the ride in terms of the journey, because I can't sit here and say, oh, this is all the benefits of a store, and this is, I'm such an expert about it. I am not an expert. I am going to be learning. As I learn, I'll tell you guys about it and be like, oh, I found out this, I found out that. The first thing I did, though, I opened up my store, and I waited, because I was like, well, what happens to all my listings? I already have, and I actually have over 250 listings right now. And I waited, and they immediately just go right to your store. I'm like, oh, great. And everything stays the same in terms of all of that. Nothing changes with your listings. And then I was like, well, I know the other resellers, because I watch a lot of them. I know they run sales, and I'm like, let me see how that works. Well, so I went in there, and it's overwhelming. You got to read a lot and go through all the things. And I was like, well, I want to run a sale, even if it's a small one or a short one. I just want to see how it works. So I picked a category, and then I picked like a percentage off for the sale. And then I picked my start dates and end dates. And I can't tell you whether or not, I don't even know, I can't remember what dates I put in there, but I guess I can go back and look and see, and then I'll let you guys know if I sold anything with that sale. Now, I was very conservative with my sale. I think I only put like 10% off or 15% off or something like that. So I think I'm going to be rethinking all of my strategies, are my sales strategies. It's all about marketing, right? And and pricing, marketing and pricing and a bunch of other things. So I know that I can put my entire store on sale. I know a lot of the resellers that I watch, they put it on sale like from like Thursday or Friday, and they have the sale end on like Sunday. And it motivates people to buy things over the weekend, and then they have a lot to ship out on Monday, which is why sometimes when you're on Instagram or even on YouTube, you might see a reseller say, oh, I sold 27 items or whatever number of items, or they show you like a picture on Instagram. Oh, look at all my stacks for Monday. And I'm like, I don't have stacks for Monday. I would have like 2 things for Monday, because I never ran sales like that. So I'd have 2 things, 1 thing, maybe a couple days where I didn't have any sales, and I might sell another 2 things, something like that. As you guys know, watching my solds videos, I say right in there, hey, I sold 2 items today. I sold 1 on Poshmark, 1 on eBay, or whatever. So the other thing I did that's not related to eBay or opening a store was that I had closed down my Etsy shop and my Poshmark shop for the holidays. And for eBay, I just put it on time away, and I was actually still making sales, but it just notifies the people that the shipping is going to be very delayed, and they have an option of not buying the item if they're like, oh well, it's going to take too long to get here or something like that, or they don't have the patience to wait for it. I was able to ship out a few items before I actually went away for the holidays. And then I was also able to ship out items when I came back. I shipped out a few more. So I continued to have sales, which is a nice, kind of a nice feature with eBay. Although there is times where I wish you could just shut the whole store down. I think that might be an option. There's so many options now. I don't know. It's hard to be an expert because they're constantly changing policies. And that's another reason why you want to continuously watch resellers, because they'll talk about like, hey, there's a policy change, or hey, I'm doing this slightly different on eBay. So there is just so much for me to learn and do. I know that there's different fee structures involved, and I'm really excited about the sales. So back to what I was just talking about. So I put my eBay on time away. I put Etsy and Poshmark on vacation mode so that nobody could buy anything. But as soon as I came back, I ran a sale, and it's still running on my Etsy shop. And then I also, for Poshmark, I can't really run a sale there either, but the most I can do is like share items. So I share things in, if there's not a party going on, I create my own party. I say, okay, I'm going to share my shoes right now. I'm going to share home goods, or, pocketbooks, or, men's items, or whatever it is. And then the only other thing I did with that was I listed a bunch of items related to Valentine's Day. And if you guys didn't see that little short, it's already up. If you go and watch my shorts, you'll see that I highlighted a few items around Valentine's Day that are listed on both my eBay and my Poshmark shops. And so anyways, that's the end of this announcement. I don't want to make this too long. I don't have anything else to say. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, thank you for watching. Put your comments down below. I love your comments. I love your comments, and I love reading the comments. And please subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys later.